was both. It was wet and places dry. Plus the water's got a little dry, but
you said you had lost it time trials in
right in my ear. Sorry?
You didn't know?
No, I didn't. I mean, I knew that I felt good. I think most of it's just your general condition. And obviously, the days of that being my specialty and winning them, I think are definitely, of course, they're past. There's only one more in my life, so. But I can't complain. I felt really good today. I felt the whole day from this morning through to the warm up, through to the start, and to the finals. It was a hard TT. It's even hard.
It's so far.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I would like to say no, but I think in my heart, it was a surprise. I wanted to have a decent day in TT, and it wasn't the best out there today, but I think amongst my riders, I have to say it was the best one I've done since the comeback.
Oh, it was
Yeah. Could have been a little better. 2005 was a good start, but I'm not going to complain. If you would have told me this morning or before the start, hey, sign up right now for 5th and put time into your rivals, I would sign it with both hands.
What did you make of Wiggins' decision to go early in the day and bank on the weather?
That's just the way the ball bounces. I mean, it's one of those moves where you're either the smartest guy in the room or not.
Yeah.
And, the thing about it is, I did that last year. I went early and wanted to. I think there's two. One, you bet on the weather. Two, you get home early and you get to start eating. You get your massage. You get to bed earlier than everybody else tomorrow. We got 225 kilometers. You finish 2 hours earlier than your rivals. It's a good thing. But I haven't met the guy yet that's smart enough to pick the weather, so I wouldn't take that bet.
Lance, you've been showing signs of improvement leading up to this race. Did your result meet your expectations?
Yeah. I mean, I think step by step it's gotten better. I've had the setbacks, obviously, but pretty content with it.
Speaking of setbacks, last year you had some setbacks coming to this race. This year you've had some bumps leading up to this road. How do you compare your fitness this year compared to last year?
I think I'm a little ahead, to be honest. I think that there's a lot of differences. I mean, last year I had the Giro 1 month break, and then the Tour. This year, obviously I had to crash, but at least I had races in June. I think for me, and maybe in general, I think racing in June closer to the Tour is a better route. But no regrets. I mean, it's worked out okay. I feel really good right now. The testing I've been doing, both based on time and based on wattage, is where I need to be, and we just have to see how the others are.
When you look at your results tonight, what will you look at to determine how well you performed? The time lost to other riders, where you're around other riders?
Got to see the results first. I mean, we'll look at final times, look at time splits. You can't forget though that some guys went when it was absolutely soaking wet. That obviously plays a factor into the times and into the results. And so you got to consider those guys that they didn't have the advantage of some dry corners. And so let's not get ahead of ourselves. It was a good ride. I felt good. The team looked good. But this is a long 3 weeks, man. This is beginning tomorrow into the Pave, into the Alps Pyrenees. It's a lot of changes.
You announced that last week this was going to be your last tour. A little bit different feeling on the start ramp, a little different emotion, different sentiment?
Not than last year.
All the other years.
I don't know. I mean, last year, part of me thought that was the last tour I was going to do too. So I don't know. It was great. The crowd was great. The crowd was super receptive. I've had a great relationship with the country of Holland and racing bikes, and I felt that. I look around, you take a second to look out and catch a few eyeballs of people and give them your attention, and it felt good.
Thank you.
Lance,
Okay.
I thought you lost your time trials.
Your friend already asked that question.
I know that I didn't.
Ask him. Ask another question. He'll tell you. Julian, tell Sam what you asked and what my answer was. You guys can go have a cigarette together and share the answer on that one.
We got cable here.
Any other one? That's okay. I don't want to say it again because I might say it differently, and then you'll say, "Well, you said it differently."
Yeah.
I don't want to contradict myself. Anything else, David?
And Lance, did they ask about the story this morning? No.
Who?
So the other journalist.
No.
Do you want to make?
Is it difficult to keep focused when all the fuss is going on?
No.
Do you want to make some more comments on that?
No.
Does that inspire you by now? Like hearing this time and time again, it seems like you seem to do better when people seem to doubt you or throw these allegations at you.
It's been 10 years, Juliet. 10 years. It's nothing new. Anything else?
No reaction with the words with
No. Oh, we have a reaction. We gave the reaction this morning.
So it didn't.